Schools are facing so many challenges right now, and when it's a struggle to provide any education to kids at all, we wondered, are certain classes like the arts less important this year? Or if schools eliminate these programs in favor of math and science, could it further widen the divide between the haves and the have-nots? This morning we're taking a 360 look.
Sometimes it's just like I feel really stressed today.
Sometimes it's an escape or the only way to express what you're feeling.
I start to sketch all the time. I think that's just my way of thinking.
Art is helping people get through this difficult time, but it's also vulnerable. Right now we can't have concerts or plays or exhibits. And in schools,
arts are one of the first things that get cut when a budget gets slashed in a school district or a school.
Schools in Colorado are facing budget cuts and challenges with remote learning. But so far, the large metro area districts have said they're keeping all elective classes. That's not the case in some parts of the country. Devastated reads this article about a district in New York cutting electives. Another in Massachusetts is laying off art and music teachers. So we're going 360 with schools struggling enough as it is. Should art be a priority? We took that question to a private school, a public school, and programs outside of school. At Colorado Academy, art is one of their 3 A's, part of their core values.
We believe it's important that the arts are a part of every student's life.
The private school provides a range of opportunities.
Painting, drawing, sculpture. And then we have a ceramics program. In our music program, our students that take lessons do that here on campus, and it's factored into their school day.
And while music is offered in public school too, Jeffco teacher Dylan Ford says they have to fight for resources even in normal times.
I know specifically for Dakota Ridge, we work 3 bingo sessions a week normally during normal times to simply fund our program. Why are schools having to so desperately seek funding through such small ways in order to simply get through from year to year?
The newly formed Alliance for Music Education Equity in Denver has long been aware of inequities between students who have resources and access to music and those who don't.
It's just not consistent across the board. And so a lot of our members are partners with Denver Public Schools and are serving Denver Public School students. And so that's part of the puzzle, I think, is finding ways that we can plug in to try to create some continuity of high quality music experiences for kids.
Despite the pandemic putting their performances and ensembles on hold, the Alliance is working to make changes now when inequities in society are more obvious than ever.
We also want to offer our help and say that we are here, music teachers and families, and we want to support what's going on in your child's classroom.
But these groups providing access to the arts are at risk too.
This is going to take more resources then, and nonprofits like ours don't have those kind of resources.
For years, Platt Forum in Denver has provided a space for kids from marginalized communities and Title I schools to make art.
I feel like I wasn't really given an opportunity in school. I moved every single year of my school year life.
Destany Rodriguez found a place and a voice at Art Lab.
I feel like I've just always wanted to do graffiti. I tried to have some social meaning behind my pieces.
Here, artists are addressing the important changes happening in our society right now, but the pandemic is threatening access.
We're serving Black and brown kids, which sometimes don't have access to Wi-Fi or don't have the devices to learn from and to Zoom call.
Or if they don't have the resources, how are they going to sit down and make a painting if they have no paints at home? And if they can't come into school and get that.
And with many schools now scrapping plans for in-person learning, artists and advocates hope the arts will survive the pandemic for the sake of all students from all backgrounds, and really for the sake of all of us.
We want to make people that make a difference in the world.
I think now more than ever, we're finding that we need that in our society.
We want to hear from you now. Should art be prioritized as we head into the new school year? Or could creativity be put on hold in a pandemic? You can share your views by emailing us at 360@thedenverchannel.com.